Hey, good morning, everybody. When I was 10 or 11 years old, I was in fifth grade, and I was a writer, or I thought I was. And I would walk to school, fifth grade, Mrs. Holmes, and I would walk to school every day in Laverne, California. And I would make my own breakfast or make my own lunch, and I'd walk my way to school, and I'd go to school, and I'd go to Mrs. Holmes's class, and I'd kind of listen, but I'd mostly not listen. And I wanted to be a writer. That's all I wanted. I would go home and write stories. I would get to school early and write stories. I would stay after school and write stories in this little yellow notebook that I had. And every week, we all had to turn in our yellow notebooks to Mrs. Holmes, and we had to have a story in that notebook. And for the entire year, all I did was look forward to Fridays when we would turn in our stories because I couldn't wait for her to read what I had written. And I was absolutely convinced, without a shadow of a doubt, that when I was my age, I'd be doing stories for a living. I'd be writing stories, I'd be writing books, I'd be writing for people my age. Anyway, that was my dream. And so I went home and I told my mom that that was my dream. And for all the other good stuff that my parents did for me over the years, I can distinctly hear my parents saying, and first my mom, that writing for a living was something that only a very few people got to do. In other words, don't push your luck. Don't hold out for that dream. So I told my dad. I didn't get an answer that was very much better than that. And there you have it. That was it. From that moment on, I think I was solidly wanting that dream to be a reality. But I had basically mentally given up on that dream ever becoming a reality. Have you ever felt like that? Has that ever been the case for you? You've wanted to do something, and then you hit a roadblock. You hit a comment, a criticism, a naysayer, a windbag blowhard jerk like me on YouTube that said it wasn't possible. And then you started to doubt yourself. And the minute you started to doubt yourself, that was it. That was it. Here's the reason I bring all that up. Let's say there's anything that you want in the world, like anything at all that you want. So what you have is you have a situation where here's you, and then here's the thing that you want over here. Okay? So it's very simple. You got you over in one area and the thing that you want over in the other area. And then what happens to most people is somewhere along the way, they hit what we call a roadblock. They hit a roadblock. And that roadblock is it. That's the end of it. That's the end of the line for them. And they absolutely, positively, they never get past it. But I want to share something with you today because most of you that are watching this channel, you are interested in the financial markets or in trading or in whatever else, right? You're interested in whatever else. So here's what it really looks like for most people that succeed. As far as I can tell anyway. Here's what happens. Here's the real thing. There's you. There's your roadblock that takes you down. And then there's a series of steps that you might be willing to take anyway. And here's the reality, especially of trading. The market doesn't care if you doubt, and the market doesn't care if your mom told you that it's not possible. In the same way that nowadays my parents don't have a say in whether this YouTube channel is successful or not, or if when I send an email. Yesterday, the email that I sent was opened by 10,000 people, and I heard from people that I haven't heard from in years. Hey, Matt Lococo. I haven't heard from I hear from Matt all the time, but I heard from people I haven't heard from in years because I wrote a story and I sent it in an email. So there you have it. Didn't matter if somebody doubted me. Somebody wants to read what I have to write. And the market doesn't care if somebody doubts you. The market doesn't care if you don't believe in yourself. You know what the market cares about? Here's what the market cares about. If you take these steps towards success, that's all it cares about. It doesn't care if you doubt yourself along the way. We put so much emphasis on, I don't know if I can do it. Somebody told me it's not possible. Well, now I'm starting to doubt myself. The problem with doubting yourself isn't that the doubt itself causes any problems. Who cares about that? I do things all the time that I doubt are going to be successful. What matters is whether or not you still do the steps that lead to success. For every single thing that you want to achieve, There are a series of steps. There are a series of things. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, you're done. That's it. And you can do them in a doubtful state of mind. You can do them in a confident state of mind. But you can either do them or you cannot do them. And for traders, it is this. You find a system that works, you implement the system, and then you scale it up. It doesn't matter if along the way you're scared. People write me all the time. They say, I'm scared to take a trade because I had a loss. Okay, great. Fine. Nobody cares. I'm afraid to let somebody read what I wrote because I'm afraid of what they'll say. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Every successful YouTube channel, every successful person that emails stories in their email, every successful trader who ever tried to teach somebody how to do it had criticism and naysayers and trolls and angry people and mean people. So what? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if anybody in your life, including me, it doesn't matter if we believe in you. It has nothing to do with whether or not you succeed. There are a bazillion people who succeeded at all different layers and levels of doubt, success, confidence, or whatever else. All it comes down to is whether you or not you do the steps. The reason I bring this up is I'm on the verge of expanding my business. Not that it matters to anybody and not that you should care, but I just had this revelation that each of us, you and I, when we are about to do something new, we are going to doubt ourselves. We are going to hear people that say it's not possible. We are going to fear the competition. And then again, it doesn't matter. You just put one foot in front of the other and you do what it takes. Now, some of you are going to write me below and you're going to say, well, what does it take to be successful as a trader again? Take small gains with a system that works, meaning every system that works. Make $1 and keep it. Make another $1 and keep it. Make another $1 and keep it. Scale it up slowly. Now you're done. That's it. You can scale any system as long as you build on top of what is working. And if what you are doing isn't working, stop it. Happy morning to you all. So excited for every day I wake up and see your comments. Leave a comment below. I would love to read more books about success, especially success in business. If you have any recommendations, leave those recommendations in the comments below. And the best recommendations, like the ones that if you give me a good recommendation and I haven't read the book before, or if I have read the book before and I need to reread it, I'll send you an Amazon gift card if I choose you as a winner, and then you can buy something brand new for yourself because I love you. I'm Rob Booker. Have the best day ever. And we eventually have to turn this off.